Yeah, see? I love that about us. All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Greetings. My name is Orange. I'm here today with my soul sister, Shanice. We'd like to bring a little bit more awareness and dive into the topic of herpes, a chronic condition. There's so much that we know in our community about it, and we'd like to dive a little bit more into it today. Hi. Well, usually we like to talk about a lot of things that has helped us shape our mind, helped us open up our hearts, and find more ways to connect ourselves and our environments. And since you are one of my very loved ones and you have helped me understand more about herpes and helped me understand how natural it is to grow and be impacted by certain body how do you call this now? Body not influences, but things that can influence your body and then impact your identity in your community and with yourself. So I wanted to ask you a little bit about your experience with herpes, how that was, how it helped you make full circle with it, and anything you want to share, babe.
Thank you. I'm actually very grateful to be able to have this conversation with you and to bring awareness because it is something where, because of the stigma behind it, given that it's a sexually transmitted disease, obviously the moment you hit STD period, it's, but then when it's something that impacts your life as well, and it's your direct experience, I think it does completely shift just how you are as a person and how others view you when they're not aware of how normal and how easy these things are to contract and transmit as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I read today, I read it today again, that herpes is very misunderstood. I thought that already myself, but just got the confirmation reading up that herpes is not just a sexual transmitted disease or a condition, but it's also you can have herpes through eating the wrong foods, through looking after your body in a different, hygienically, there's different ways to contract it.
Right.
And there are so many illnesses you get as children, like chicken pox.
Yes. Which are all a part of the same.
A form of herpes.
Yeah.
Eczema.
Yes.
There's so much to it that, and those are normalized. Those are very much expected and for someone to have to go through. But somehow it's separated. To say when you get it through sexual interaction, it's going to be deemed this way and it's going to be shamed and all of that. And when you get it because your body kind of has to process that.
I mean, it's still the same. It's still the same because the sexual trauma, the sexual stigma outweighs everything else that you've just said. Do you know what I mean? Like, the reality is, if you've ever had a cold sore, that's herpes. And that's whether it's on your lip or your genital. It's the same thing. It's herpes. If you've ever had eczema, no matter where it is on your body, it's all a part of the same family. It's a skin condition that lives within your neural system. And like you said, through different foods, through different environmental stresses and situations, is easily triggered. The thing with the sexual stigma, I feel like on a grand scale, that stops you from seeing yourself as a worthy being. because, well, now it's your most intimate area. Do you know what I mean? It's where you want to connect and where you want to procreate and where you want to do so much. Anything attached to you in an intimate way can dismantle just how you feel going through the world as a normal person.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the stigma has its most impact. For me, that's where it's had impact. And that's something that I've had to work so hard on unlearning. And I'm quite grateful because when I had received my diagnosis, I was pregnant at the time. So it was intuitive knowing, firstly, that it was even herpes, because otherwise it's so easy to overlook. I think we see the images online and we think, oh my gosh, this is what that person's experiencing. It's crazy. Now, not every experience is the same. And however your condition may show up is something for us to learn about within our own system. Do you know what I mean? So nothing's ever really crazy. It's just, it's way of giving you what you need to see or what you need to know.
Yeah.
But like I said, with me, if it weren't for being pregnant at the time, having the awareness wouldn't have come. I don't think it would have. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have known to check it.
Apparently 70% of people have herpes and they don't know.
Right, because like cold sores, something you get when you're in nursery and you're going around picking up different things, putting things in your mouth. It's spread through saliva and bodily fluid.
Yeah.
So you go use the toilet after somebody else and they may have left a little, do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways that you can accidentally come across herpes.
Yeah.
And then now it's your experience. But because of the wide notion of it being strictly sexual.
But it's not strictly sexual.
It's not.
I even remember like BV, you know, for women, BV is like a very common,
a normal experience as a woman.
Experience to have, because it's, you know how long it took me like to overcome the shame that my body would have had moments to cultivate that, and me thinking, oh, what did I do? You know, because I only knew it to be something that had to do with sexual intercourse, when really, like
it's normal. Your period.
It's just pH balances.
Different
like
materials
thrown off
in your underwear. Yeah.
That can like you can wear the wrong clothes and you can have it.
Literally.
You can shower with the wrong shower gel.
The shame. It's the shame. And I think, not even I think, it's being in this world that we're in, all these things that bring shame, they keep you in a very low state of being.
Yeah.
You know, they keep you in a space where you don't put your best self forward because you think, oh, I can't. But then you blend into a paradigm that's you know, usually not a reflection of what you'd want, but what you're running from. So you may become judgmental even to other people's experience of it because shame will keep you there. Do you know what I mean? It's a really interesting
shame is also
thing.
like an energy that we all know. So it's like you can sense it from afar.
Yeah.
You can like others will receive it from us from afar. Like it's something that is part of everyone. We've all been there at some point. So it's very like, you know, I feel like once we have experienced certain emotions and have learned to live, even if we've let go of them, it's like there's a quick path right back to it because you just know how it feels.
And the heavier, the more easier it is to keep you with it as well, opposed to moving from it. But I guess it's also, you can learn to, but it's a journey.
How many years has it been for you been introduced to herpes and having just educated yourself? And
it's been since 2022. Because I found out literally a month before I was due to give birth.
Yeah.
So then that even changed as well. And then I had to have a planned cesarean.
Why?
To protect my son at the time.
Can you explain? So,
given that it's genitally.
Yeah.
So I've personally been diagnosed with the HSV type 1 and type 2 genitally.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was too far into my pregnancy and too close to my due date to receive the antiviral treatment, which basically suppresses the virus and gives more of a chance for your baby to not contract it coming out the canal. So though I didn't have an active liaison when he was born to protect him and prevent that from even happening, it was necessary to then go for the cesarean.
Okay. How did you feel about that?
It was a lot at the time. At the time, there was a lot of emotional charge. Because it was just finding out about having the virus. And then it was also, being at that point in my pregnancy where it was like, well, I didn't have time to really process. It was doing what's best immediately. Just, okay, this is best, this is the options, do what's best. It was overwhelming. For a while...
Did you have a natural birth with your firstborn?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess from having that experience as well, and also wanting to have, with my second son, I wanted to have like a lotus birth. I wanted to do everything completely natural. I wanted it to be, really wholesome because I was also on a path of healing at the time.
Yeah.
And the experience I wanted is just not what came through.
Yeah.
And so the shattering of that, as well as just dealing with the reality of, I guess, there was definitely things to address within myself still, then that was, So it's been a journey.
So I'm just sitting with it because, like, I also had like, not also, but I know like when you're pregnant and you go through pregnancy, women, we have expectations on how things are going to go. We eat a certain way, we move a certain way to prepare. So I was just like, trying to somehow resonate or understand how you must have felt when not only have you gotten the news, but then also hearing about the first impact it's going to have on, taking choices from you. Because I've not met you like this. When we met, I don't see you being restricted in any way.
It's funny because when we met, I think it was even like a week or so after I had actually found out, but I had gone on to, I was still working, I was still doing all the things that were necessary.
Because, you were actually telling me about it, but you were heavily pregnant.
Yeah, we sat beside each other that same time. So it was like a week after or whatnot. And
respect.
Yeah.
Respect, because in those moments, instead of like, dwelling and just being emotional and just hating everything in the world, because I could have gone there if I was you.
I mean,
I love that you...
say I'm grateful that I was pregnant, because I think being in the space I was in within myself, prior to my pregnancy, I had learned how to connect with, divine intelligence so that I didn't see life, because so many things have happened generally through life. Like life it's not the one thing, do you know what I mean? It's not the main thing. Life has always had different things happening where I've been shattered so many times. And so after having my first son, I said, well, I'm not going to allow myself to become that person, I'm not going to be destroyed by circumstances and different experiences. I'm going to learn how to navigate. I'm going to heal. That was the healing. And I guess having been aware of how to connect with that, that was my strength. It wasn't me. You know what I mean? It was definitely being held by the Most High at that time. And that was just the strength, period. That was my knowing, even to knowing what it was. Because like I said, when I saw it, initially I thought it was a hair bump. For so many days, I was like trying to pop this hair bump. I'm like, it's just a hair bump, let me get rid of it. It wasn't going nowhere. And I went to bed one night and then literally, that's herpes. I was like, I don't know what that is. What do you mean it's herpes? That's herpes. Go look at herpes. So I looked on my phone what herpes was. I'm like, well, I don't have...
Who said that?
my mind. So in my mind, I received the knowing of what it was. And then I looked on my phone at what herpes was, and I was like, but that's it's not the same thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then as soon as I went to the doctors, and the thing about herpes is, because I'm someone that's very sexually like, I always get tested regularly.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't get tested for herpes. So when you get a full screening, the HIV, the syphilis, the full blood screening, as well as your swab, you don't get tested for herpes unless you come in with an active liaison. Yes. So this is how many people also won't know.
What about these online tests that you can take? And
they won't tell you.
Prick your finger.
They won't tell. That's herpes. That's HIV test.
Huh.
So and syphilis, they don't tell you unless you request it, and then you have to go a different route for it. You don't get it free.
Yeah. Unless
you have the actual liaison. So like I said, it's so easy to also overlook it because you could leave it as a hair bump and it will go. And because it's one of the few viruses that come and will lay dormant in your system, you can literally just dismiss it and then you don't see it for a while.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a high stress situation. But if you're not aware, you don't even know that that's your body telling you that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, it's like stress sensitive.
Yes.
Right?
Very. Like, and not even just stress, energy sensitive, period.
Ooh.
Yeah. Definitely.
Ooh. How? I mean, there is obviously making peace with things yourself. And then there is sharing with your family and your community, your friend circle, your lovers. Like, how was that for you? How was, like, I know there's like some really small-minded people in this world that, you know, like, that's where the shaming comes from because people judge quickly. How was that for you? How did you do it?
I think the first person I told was my children's father because obviously we were together at the time. And like I said, the initial thing you get from herpes is that it's sexual. So immediately you want to check with your partners. You want to go to your partners and find out, hey, da-da-da. Through learning more of the virus, again, like we now know, it isn't something you just get when you have sex. You could have had it from your childhood. You could have had it from years before you have your first outbreak. It's not something to take up with another person. So that was the first person I had shared with. And he was quite accommodating to my pain at the time, which was very, very nice because he, you know, I was breaking down completely thinking, like, you think all the things, like, who's going to love me? I'm going to have this for life. It's, you know, I have to take medication for life because that's what they tell you as well. You have to take medication for life. And everything I knew before, like, completely, my world was in that moment. And in that moment, I was a broken, damaged person that couldn't go beyond that moment. Do you get what I mean? And he held me there, and I appreciate that. And I guess his presence through the time was great. And then when it came to telling family, I think I had to tell them because I had to have the cesarean. So I didn't want to tell anyone. I didn't want to. I wasn't ready, really. But the cesarean was so close. So I had to share with family as well, like, this is why I'm having a cesarean. And, well, it was just like, okay, you know, just digest it. But simultaneously, I was doing a lot of research. So by the time I did have to disclose to, like, anyone externally as well from my home, it was a thing of, well, I'm aware of this now, you know. Huge shout out to the brother's name, Yaki. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
He's a holistic healer. He is...
Yaki, you said?
Yaki, I feel like it's Yaki.
With a Y?
Yaki. I really wish
I'm looking and I'm right now.
I think YAHKI. I think so.
YAHK. Yaki Awakened?
Yes, that was
Oh.
it. Yes.
Yucky Awakened.
Shout out to him.
And on Instagram, that's his name. A PhD, natural health science.
Yeah.
HC certified nutrition.
Yeah. He has his own, I think, clinic and everything as well now.
He looks cool.
Dope. Completely dope. A lot of information as well around herpes and around just general illnesses. Like
he goes the same guy.
It's that guy, yeah.
Sorry, I was researching too and I was like showing her today.
He goes to the root of everything.
I loved him. The way he was speaking about it and he was like bringing insights and expanding it to so many different
dimensions.
Yeah.
So the information that was also available at the time, also through, there's just so many healers that were sharing information around herpes at the time. And I guess being in a space where I was open to receiving, what was going on, I was tuning into this knowledge and also bringing it in with what I already had known of different things and whatnot. So it was easier to kind of tell them and let them know a bit more, because even when I had clients, I would tell them, I'd be like, hey, this is my experience now. And just for hygiene purposes as well. Like,
I have so much respect for you and how you carry yourself with that because it is nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
And I don't see you being ashamed of it.
Yeah.
It's not something that you use as an excuse to put yourself in a position of lacking anything.
Yeah.
And you're very happy to educate and bring yourself forward as an example.
Yeah.
Like, I have so much respect because wherever we will go, there may be an opportunity to talk about it if somebody was to, and you would not feel shy to stand
like we
firm
said,
for it.
It's taking yourself away from that being the thing that stops you from living your life.
Yeah.
Because girlfriend, I was there, and I didn't, unless if it wasn't for my children, I always say in every stage of my life, if it really weren't for my children, I don't care. Like I haven't cared. Like, I wouldn't have cared in that moment. Like now I have things to care for more than my children even, more than myself even. But in that moment it was, do you know what I mean? What am I going to fight for? Why? Like it's better to hide. And there's so many people that go to that mindset of it's better to hide. But then you hiding stops you from just living in the full expression of what is you. Yeah. And that's what I don't love. You know what I mean? Because beforehand, I was on a journey of, and this is the hardest thing I think it was as well, being on a journey of like womb wellness while sharing so much about womb wellness. And you kind of like get into yourself because I'm feeling that I got a popping cooch. And then it's like you're crashed at the one thing that you celebrate about yourself. So it's like, how do you celebrate yourself then? But I still celebrate it now. Yeah. Because also I'm aware of then what spirit was enabling me to receive in that journey of clearing out and, going through the different overcomings. It's not to share just freely. And I had to take accountability for how I was maneuvering in myself, Yeah. I wasn't honoring myself as sacred as I could.
Yeah.
And so therefore that was a lesson that came through it. But again, everyone will have a different experience, but it's like, just don't stop.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't stop. And it gets hard. There's days where I still have low moods. Like recently, having had a fallout with a sister that was very close to me because she had posted something about STDs. That triggered me into a space of that reality again, where you're told that you can't be anything better than that. Do you get what I mean? And so many people carry that energy. So when you believe it about yourself, it's easy to feel it being projected.
Yeah.
Whereas when you change your belief and you embody the belief of, actually, I can overcome this. Yeah. Your reality also shows you that. But it's a sensitive line. Do you know what I mean? It's a thin line. And
it is. And I think the thinness is because it has to be an individual
walk.
Yeah, it's something very much adjusted to you. And then there is a very thin line, very much adjusted to her. And then a very thin line. And then it's having those sometimes cross paths, sometimes go, or go alongside or opposing one another. And it's absolutely fine. It's okay. It
is okay. But it's just for you, of your experience, honoring what makes you go into a space that you don't need to be in.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was for me. It was realizing, oh, whoa. I don't like that. You know, it's not exactly just what you've done. It's what is brought within my reality. I don't like this.
Yeah.
I can't live in this. So I have to remove myself from anything that is even merely of you know, just not in alignment with what it is that I have learnt to cultivate to keep going.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And I feel like that will be a lesson for many of us. It's how do we honor ourselves? It's how do we actually show up and who do we enable? And are we betraying ourselves when we're enabling other people? Do you know what I mean? So there's been so many things that's come through.
Big, yeah.
And I think these are things I had to learn also in that journey beforehand, before knowing my diagnosis. Mm-hmm. Because as much as I was in a very confident space within myself, I was allowing too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was just allowing too much. I wouldn't want to put my foot down. I would actually just... Nah.
Yeah. And having done that, it's like you have to kind of initiate a difference of, look at me now, I'm different now.
Yeah.
I'll do things differently now. Sometimes you have to be a little bit more articulate about that.
Yes.
And say a few words more because they have maybe met you differently before and they might be comfortable to think they know everything there is about you.
And probably not even thinking about you, actually. Do you know what I mean?
Because
probably
it may not have been necessary prior.
Yeah.
Because you were called either way.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the problem.
Well, yeah, the problem is also being a friend that expects another friend to be okay in any way.
Yeah.
You know, like we these friends, like we see each other being fine, but we still check in.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you cool about this one? Like, is that making you comfortable? It's just being
intentional
and
attentive and caring
and honest to say as well. You don't want to be doing that for everyone. Like you will select your close-knit ones and then go out of your way whilst the normal world will get a certain side to you. And that's it's balance. We can't do too much. But, you know, safe spaces have to be kept safe mutually. And if you feel like someone that's in your safe space is not navigating the way that you need it, absolutely fine to set a boundary or close a door there for the moment.
Yeah.
Because we don't ever know what tomorrow will bring.
And I guess even if an apple falls from the tree, it will go back into the ground.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And bloom again in a way that then may allow...
But first it will fall apart and look very ugly.
And that part.
That's fine too.
And that
it's
part.
Like sometimes you just...
And that part. And that's necessary.
Take pride in the falling apart.
In that part.
Oh my. So talking about getting more awareness on herpes. Like I love that we are able to have this episode on this because there's so many ways to talk about what has helped us grow.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes it's people that we talk about, sometimes is dualities, is expectations, all these different things that are more internalized. But like there is also health dynamics or like different things. So I like that we have like almost like a new ground to speak on transparently, you know? Because it's not just something that's behind you, something that's still very current. Mm-hmm. So, we talked about it being an STD, but it's also a very much a normal virus. Mm-hmm. There was this word that we were looking up earlier, neurotrophic.
I want to say neurotropical, girl, I don't even remember.
Hold on, let me look it up again.
But let's bring that one back.
I'm trying to hide my phone, but it looks just like I'm not interested. That is not the case.
I think it's okay to be on your phone. Show that you're on your phone. Because
it's orange.
We are being intentional with how we are.
Also neurotrophic.
That's the word.
Virus.
And the meaning was?
And also skin parasite.
Yeah.
It's like there's different ways to look at it because it's just like the coronavirus. It's something that, as mystical or as misunderstood as it can be, it's still something that nobody chooses.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't.
When I say and bear in mind, this is only going to come from a space of being on the side of the virus where I've come to acceptance of, okay, this is my reality. Okay, I want to learn. I want to know how and why and what I can do. For me, alternative healing has been the forefront of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because medication-wise, again, suppressing something doesn't get rid of it. It doesn't make you feel better either, because then you're reminding yourself as every day you take a tablet, I'm taking this because I want to suppress this.
Yeah.
I don't want to live like that.
Yeah.
I'd rather know, okay, if you come, hey, honey, what's good? You know, I want to talk to you. So for me, it's been learning that actually we have chose to have the experience, not consciously here, but subconsciously and lifetimes maybe even before we chose to be here. We chose specific lessons.
Yeah.
So there's a lesson that we chose that the information comes through that thing. So when I say it's not chosen, it's not that you choose. It's not that hey girl, I'm going to choose to do this with you now. So I agree. But what lesson does your spirit want?
100%. I find, like, you know what, in my register, in my vocabulary, like, it's the last thing I will ever say, because it's the first thing I know. Yeah. Because we speak about this as well a lot. Yeah. But it's the most difficult thing to say in a conversation, but you chose this because it's not a conversation that my spirit is having with yours.
Like I can only say it because it's us here. Yeah. And also it's a reality that I am shifting into embracing or have shifted into embracing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the part where where really you don't want to say something like that. Yeah. I've kind of become okay with. Yeah. You know, but
because it's I feel like anything that happens to us in life, like hardships, traumas, triggers, all of it, this is for us to initiate normalizing and accepting it being part of our life,
our experience,
and move with it. You know, not everything is there to stay. Not everything is there to overpower us. Not everything is there to make us smaller. Everything really is there to help us cultivate ourselves. Right? And that, I used to be called a big head because I was so full of myself. I think that's why people called me that, even though I don't remember being full of myself, but I was fuller than my environment, and they used to call me big head. And I feel like it's about becoming these big heads, these, you know, like unapologetic, chest out. Yeah. Like, this is about me,
you're
life.
You're not gonna crush me.
And having different reasons in life to help us find that grace with ourselves and that love with ourselves. And, you know, so I agree. Thank you for bringing me back to that, because knowing it's actually us talking.
It's us talking. Yes. Yeah, it is us talking.
Yes, because I feel like you being in peace with and you being in awareness of makes you come full circle quicker to understand, well, my spirit chose it. I'm going to do what I can to use it to help me find myself or strengthen myself. And
it's going to be a teacher.
Yeah. I also found like a lot of things that could be used to be shamed as women, for me, has helped me create like somewhat of a backbone, because when I meet other women that are like-minded or that are going through similar things, I've got things to talk about. I've got things to share. I have some hands-on experience in this. Yeah. So it's sometimes also an indicator when you are a healer and when you are someone that has a following, has people looking up to you, and you go through something or something you experience that is enlightening you for more, is also introducing a certain audience for you, because they're also going to acknowledge and maybe find peace through you, you know?
Or within themselves, because you're Yeah, like
within themselves,
possible.
But by witnessing you.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I see you holding loads of platforms, holding like stadium full of people and bigging them up and gassing them up and doing her continuum, not for real. And I can see how we need it, how we need you, you know. And I appreciate Herpes for helping you become stronger in your strength.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, I do know, like, sometimes we have, like, you know, sister talks, and I ask you questions when I have any, but I do remember, like, you telling me that there's cures, that there's ways to help yourself not keep things in control, but just know how to respond to the body response.
Yeah.
Would you mind sharing what you know?
In terms of cures, I would say, because I've not experienced a cure, so I don't want to give anything on that. You know, I think I've heard of experiences like Yaki Awakened. He would definitely tell you there's ways to cure it completely, right?
Yeah.
Indefinitely. And because it's not my experience, I won't say. But what I would say is having come to a point of acceptance and then wanting to know just the science of our bodies and how different things come up and why they come up, and not just the science from like a physical stand, but a metaphysical stand, you know, wanting to learn the ins and outs. I would say it's very possible to learn yourself to a space where you know where not to put yourself, what not to put into your body or on your body, you know, because this might then be a thing that triggers that response from your body. Even different environments. There's some places that I won't go to, not because I don't want to. Maybe I don't. But
What kind of environments are these?
Maybe I don't. But
share.
There's places like I think anywhere where I would feel like I'm being overly observed negatively. Any place. That could be anywhere. I will always trust my intuition before I go somewhere. Then I ain't going. And that depends on if I have awareness of who will be there, I might go, that's why I'm not going to be there. Do you know what I mean? Or if I don't, then it's just a feeling.
What's the bad experience? Like what would be the thing that you would want to avoid?
I guess in essence, nothing is bad, is it? But but the thing I'd want to avoid is being somewhere where someone would bring me back to that third dimensional view of what herpes is.
Yeah.
Like again, that thing that happened with the sister recently.
Yeah.
It's there's some things that if that's your experience and that's happened to you, you can't be deemed better than that. Now, if I'm anywhere where I've put myself in a place where someone sees me and they think, oh, you can't be better than that. I mean, on a normal day-to-day on the street, you can't tell me nothing, realistically, because you're not in my world. When I close my door, you're not there. When I walk through a door, you're not there. Do you get what I mean? You're not at the table that I'm sitting at, you're not there. And I don't sit anywhere where people do have a mind like that. It will be a conversation. Even if I go to an event, still, it will be a space where you can have the conversation. Because people are open to learning, open to just being within this human experience and realizing that we have experiences that are different.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't make you
we
less
need experiences that are different.
We need experiences that are different.
Yes.
So there's spaces where you don't walk into and feel like, oh my gosh, because there's times I have to say to people that I don't know. I've never met a day in my life. I have to say to them, they might want to share a drink because you know how I am. You know how I am.
Yeah.
Like you said, there doesn't ever come to appear that there's a bound, right? But there is. And there's times where someone might want to share a drink with me and I'm like, hey, so I can't because this is my situation. You know? And it's only right, it's only safe to do so because I know I'm safe, period. Do you get what I mean? Like where I've chosen to be is safe. I know that. So therefore, if you're there and you're doing that, I can let you know that. There's times I've done that and it's ignited beautiful conversations and transparency through experiences.
Yeah.
You know, similar experiences as well. So it's something where, there's spaces that just don't have to be there, because I know what they will do for my mind.
Yeah.
And my mind doesn't need to go into a space where I see myself less, because I don't.
No, you don't.
I don't.
I have never witnessed anyone around you when I've been around that would have thought of you any less, or would have, received you in any odd way. So in my head, I'm like, who? She's so wonderful.
Yeah, girl.
But I understand people's insecurities, especially when you're usually by yourself.
Yeah.
Or when you are more quiet.
Yeah.
I believe that, well, they're out there. They're going to be out there.
Yeah, they're going to be there.
Yeah, but
you just don't have to interact with it.
Yeah. Don't stop going out with us.
Oh, I don't. Girl, we be outside. Don't do that. We be outside.
Now, how is the, because some people might have never heard of the STD herpes, like myself. Like I never knew that there was anything, like there was a different herpes from the one that you can get on your lips.
I mean, it's the same technically, because if you, it's going to be explicit, but if you say you have an active cold sore, you are into oral sex, so you enjoy giving your partner oral pleasure.
Is that what it is?
Babe, you gave them HSV type 2.
But what if there is a young person that has nothing to do with this world and they have a cold sore? You can have that, right?
On their lip, yeah. Likely mostly on the lip.
Yeah.
Yeah. They probably just shared something or got a kiss from someone that has herpes.
Something, okay. Yeah, but for some...
And that's why, do you know, like recently there's been a thing with babies having like huge outbreaks. Of, they don't call it herpes. There's another name for it. But it's very similar to herpes. And I think it is caused by cold sores, kissing babies when you have a cold sore. And then they have, like, their whole system degenerates because it impacts your immune system.
I think one of my children had that once. Like
system.
The whole body full of little spots.
I don't know the name of it, but it is possible.
Yeah.
And again, if it is transmitted to you in that way, you have it for the rest of your life. So if you do get a cold sore, you won't think herpes. You think cold sore. You think live your life.
So really everyone that's got tested in their lives would have to go and get a special test to even see if herpes is something that they are
You'd either have to be tested in your blood or you would have to have an active lesion on your genital to get diagnosed with HSV type 2.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
What are symptoms like? Because we want to bring awareness. What would you say are like very common symptoms that when somebody detects and they should go get checked?
I guess depending on your lifestyle. If you have a weaker immune system or immune system that's more sensitive, should I say, then you may notice that you just feel a bit more fatigued. You might feel a lot more... you might feel like cold symptoms, maybe, and then you'll notice an outbreak, depending on your immune system.
Together, like following.
Depending on your immune system, and if you likely have a quite strong immune system, then you could literally just receive a bump. And again, like I said, it's easy to overlook. But
like tiny bump or like bigger bump.
Everyone's outbreak is different.
Okay. It's just so like a little bump that no clue. Signalizes
but
something.
It would be something.
Okay.
And some people even have multiple as well in different places. But again, it's just down to your own immune system. So strengthening your immune system is definitely something to work on. Different foods do that. Different herbs are able to help you with that as well.
Is there any book you can recommend?
There are books. I haven't purchased any particular book. One of my favorite herbal books generally is called... What are you called? It's herb... Oh man, I would have to give you this and let you tag it down.
Mine's
in
the
the
Dr. Layla Africa one.
Is it who?
Dr. Layla Africa.
Dr. Layla
He wrote
Africa.
this wonderful book of all insights. That's the only book I read.
But there's so many books that have information on herbal medicine and different body ailments and what can help different
If you know any more at some point before I post this episode, let me know and I will list them.
Yes.
below in the description.
There's one that's like on the tip of my brain and it's not coming to me. But I will leave it because it's not coming. So, but I'll let you know.
We'll
but there's so many.
source some good ones and put them in the description.
And they will help to just control the level of the virus within your system.
Yeah.
So that you similarly to the suppressant tablet, it just keeps it suppressed. If you go for a longer period, like when it comes to the process of ridding your body of the virus, from what I'm aware of, you would have to go like 90 days or more of being completely clean. And that is in every aspect of your life. So, there's guidance on that as well. Yeah. Again, so there's so many things.
Nurturing your womb as well, because I do know that you do like yoni steams.
Yeah.
You have that business as well as a holistic practitioner, a holistic beautician. To have these yoni pearls, like just the way to help neutralize your...
Well, what they really do is reveal. They reveal.
Yeah?
So as much as they balance, they reveal. Because they're balancing, they're detoxing, they're letting things out. It is bringing into your conscious awareness what needs to be addressed, not just through taking something and thinking all things are going to be great, but through living the experiences of things that you need to change so things can potentially be great.
Yeah. Sis, I'm so grateful how honest you are. I've got one more question because I'm just trying to imagine me being a viewer and having certain questions and being like, oh, why did you not ask her this? Because I can always ask you.
I mean, we can talk for days, hours.
It's for all of you guys to have...
and I guess people can pop questions in the comments.
Yeah.
And I reply to my DMs. Like I will... If you have a question, I will give you the best response that I can.
Yeah, you are on TikTok. You are on Instagram, Her Continuum.
Yeah.
HERCONIUUM. Right?
I didn't even register it. Yeah.
You and you.
I didn't even, yeah.
I wanted to ask, like, what is it like when you go out? When you go out? I know what you're like, but I'm just for everyone else. Because you can.
Yeah.
And you can. Like it's you're not as limited as you may believe. You go out and you see something sweet that you would like to talk to and
like
you would like
baby.
to girl. But how do you navigate? How do you do it? Because I know that you are very honest, but you also are very not smooth, but you just feel like you're not shying away, but you also are very respectful.
Yeah. If I like somebody, I definitely talk. Definitely would have a flirt. The thing is, I'm immediately letting them also know that this is my experience.
Which I love.
I mean, for me, it just avoids all the things. I mean, I say it avoids all the things, right? Because it does. But I guess because me being this way is so new as well. Sometimes it be triggering. It'd be triggering.
To you, what to them?
Yeah, like to me. Like sometimes it's like, because I mean, there's times you tell someone, hey, this is my experience, and they don't want to deal with you after that. They don't want to deal with it. Yeah. You know? And it's that you can't tell somebody, hey, like you can't persuade them, and I won't. It's like, okay, fine, that's okay. But also it does kind of like, you know, it does touch a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stop because I guess I'm very firm in faith of what's meant to be will always be yours. You know? So I'll still be me and I'll still...
Listen, it can be also something you meet in and they don't like the way you laugh. Or they don't like the way you dress. Girl. Or they don't... You know, like there is... And I feel like there is always something people can pick.
Yeah,
and can be like
something
I like, but I don't like. Yeah, and we have to make peace with that, right?
Yeah, we
and
do.
Be like, well, then you can't be for me. Let's move.
So I still do my best to just be myself anyway. But I am quick to let people know because I guess a lot of people are very much like, okay, so what's good like that? You know what I mean? They want to know what's good like that.
So they want to just know more about what it is and what it means and. Yeah, but you know you have to be confident in things. But I do know that not everyone is shying away. You are loved. No, but
I mean, yeah, I am loved. So I mean, in full gratitude of that as well, because there are definitely deep loves in my life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, not just surface level. If you're surface level, I don't really care. So
yeah,
I like things that cut things quick.
yeah.
Sometimes I find that does that as well. It cuts things real quick.
How is it? How is it passed on?
Saliva.
What is it for saliva?
So if you're having an active liaison, or you're just kind of sometimes you can be in a space where you can transmit, but you may not have anything actively going on.
Yeah.
It's about being aware of what's happening internally. Yeah.
So you've got like seasons where it's more like
your immune system can be low. Say, for example, you just had a cold, or you just had something go on, whatever not in life, maybe stress, whatever not. That alone is indication to you that you may be in a space where you can pass things on, even if you don't have an active liaison. So it's being aware, but it is through mostly sharing things by the mouth, kissing, obviously having sex, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, make my brain. I'm learning so much today, even though I thought I've already known and learned, but I'm just like still processing some things I'm hearing today. Because, again, you go out, like you have a few more drinks than what you expected, and you might end up kissing someone, and you both might not know.
I mean, girl, I be knowing. Oh, I mean, well, yes. There's instances where I guess if you're unaware that you have
but
virus,
how would you know if you don't have a regular test for it?
70% of the population.
So it's like, it's really just the ones that have come out of their way to know for sure are now feeling the responsibility. Sorry to say it like that, but feeling the responsibility of having to be accountable.
Yeah.
When really we don't know how many in our rooms may have. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like I'm still processing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still processing.
It is very, I think if you have a healthy sex life, period, if you've ever had more than one partner.
Is that healthy?
Even if you've had one or more partner. Yeah. If you've had one or more partner, then I think...
in your life.
In your life, if you've had one, even before having a partner, like we said, it can be passed on in childhood.
Oh, shoot.
So you just really never know if this is in your system or not until you know.
So if you had chicken pox and it's a form of herpes, does that mean it will it will stay in your body?
Chicken pox stays in your body. You can get shingles later on.
Hey.
Yeah. That's what shingles is, when you have chicken pox twice, or when you have it in adulthood. And then your body can't fight it like it once did.
But the herpes cannot transform from one type to another.
I do not believe so. Because it is what it is.
If it's a virus, if it's like the skin parasite, the neurotrophic virus, like I know viruses and bacteria, they can transmute, they can become, so.
I guess it would be worthwhile us learning.
About. Okay, there's more to learn.
There's more to learn. We love that.
But I am so proud of you, being who you are, standing for the things that have made you stronger, not weaker. It's so big because I feel like it's the details. Like there's so many things in our lives that have impacted us that we could feel ashamed about. But to take that and transform it into something that's making us stronger and more assertive within ourselves, knowing what we are worth instead of losing on value, it's very powerful, very necessary, especially between us, Black women.
Yeah.
Women, period.
Yeah.
Black women. I love when we're not doing things when we're doing great things for communities, fantastic. But when we can do them for ourselves.
Yeah.
Because that's a lineage secured.
There's a learning.
And then you can always still extend yourself. Yeah. But it's very important that we can see and value another one of us winning and doing great and stepping every day stronger and firmer and welcoming all opportunities that are out there to pour back into you because that's what life is about. It's still God's path.
Yeah.
It's intentions given. Like, we've had our episode about grief where we've had to understand the beauty of letting something go because of what is now transmuting and helping us to become more and become more, don't want to say unbendable, because sometimes it's nice to bend and be like wavy.
Yeah, flexible.
But to be more flexible with life and to understand how to support ourselves more, because we have to be vulnerable to understand how to strengthen ourselves when we need it, Gotta tap into all these places. So it's lovely to have this reflection today, because health is great, but mastering and still acknowledging health in midst of changes and shifts is greater. Because, it's nothing is definite. Nothing is like, yes, chronic, but it's not permanent like that. It doesn't change who you are.
I mean, it's not even an everyday experience. Like, for me, some people is different. Everyone's different, like I said. But it's not an everyday experience.
It might be nice as well to have more women in this space that you and me sit with. Yes. And host together.
Yes.
And we can talk about the different stigmas, the different things that give reasons for shaming and for you should feel smaller.
Yeah.
But we're going to feel greater.
You're not allowed to do this because of XYZ. What do you mean?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Let's redefine that. Gosh. But I'm so grateful for you. I have so much love for you. And I love that my children can look up to you as one of the favorite aunties ever.
Stop it.
No, I am very honored to call you my sister. I'm gonna cry. I don't want to cry.
I want to cry too, but I don't know how to show that. I want to cry.
No, because it is. It's been, we always do the most to want to help each other heal and acknowledge that we have stepped into new times.
Yeah.
But we have each other doing that, and it makes it easier. It doesn't change the fact we still have to walk and we still have to punch some walls down and we still have to raise our voices in places. But at least we have each other and we have a circle of women and also some kings there that are wanting to hold our hands and facilitate our spaces and support. It's like we're in different times now.
Yeah.
So life is still life in, but it's almost like we now have our favorite drinks in our hands and we're wearing our best outfits.
Yeah.
I like this for us.
We do. And then we have each other's shoulders.
Yeah.
And we have each other's hands.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that we could have these conversations, not just in our kitchens and living rooms, but on the energy table.
Yeah.
Because y'all deserve the transparency, upgrades. Anybody at home, maybe you want to say something to anybody that's watching that might be dealing with a certain season or just might be new to having herpes or be new to knowing about it. Maybe someone's loved one has herpes and they're trying to be supportive.
They're trying to process,
Like,
I think if herpes is your experience or if it is the experience of someone who you know, there is so much information available to help navigate and know exactly what it is. And there's help here. Even me, I offer support for those with herpes and to just help you come into a space of acceptance and to simply process what it is for you and find your own internalized peace. So, I am considering by the time this is up, I will probably have a line where you can call to immediately talk about it. Just to talk about it, yeah. I mean, yeah. You know?
I love that.
It's bae. It's heavy when it's on your heart. It's heavy before you get to this point where we are today, where we can have this open conversation. We know this is going to go to whoever we don't even know. Yeah. Right? It is heavy when it's on your heart and you're the only one in your world with it. Mm-hmm. Because that's how it can appear. Like you're the only one. And then you learn, like you have conversations, You might learn that, oh, this person did as well. Oh, that person did as well. But they kept so silent.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And then they might still not even feel comfortable to talk to you about it. And it's a blessing. I had a cousin of mine be very knowledgeable. So when I was also going through the processing, I was able to call her, and she would tell me so much information, and she'd be like, it's all right, da, da, da. And God bless her. God bless her. But yeah, it like I've had the support and the handheld. Mm-hmm. So it's only right I give it to you,
So by the time we're posting this, I'm gonna give some insights on maybe good sources for them to research, as well as maybe a hotline.
A hotline.
A hotline.
Maybe we should make a hotline for women generally.
That would be nice. We will consider this. But if anybody's interested, please let us know. Give us some feedback.
And learn that we are normal. Like, we have lives like everyone else has lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We are here in the processing of our lives. Yeah. And still having to go in our day-to-day lives.
Yeah.
Being mothers.
Yeah.
Being aunts, being sisters, being friends. It's still overwhelmed. Like, we still get overwhelmed with our lives, but we're here
sometimes we wake up on the left leg and we just, acknowledge that we're standing on the wrong leg.
Yeah.
But it's about processing that and, reading between the lines to get the answers that this intention of waking up with the wrong leg, or why are we calling it the wrong leg?
Yeah.
All of this is like just... we're just trying to be real with it.
Yeah.
But we were very, very normal, very everyday, I guess. But we're also not very normal.
Yeah. Well, also, I think we are empowered.
We like to be normal.
We're empowered with spirit. That's what we
powered
are.
By.
We're powered by spirit. We're powered by divine. And we are powered so that we can all be powered to live amongst, all the adversity. Because that's not all that we are.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
I appreciate
and I appreciate that you were willing and interested to have this conversation on this platform. No one better than you to like initiate that level of intimacy and that level of honesty, because you're not here to paint a picture.
Yeah.
You're not here to feed into anything else but your state of freedom and anybody else's state of freedom. Let's be limitless. Let's be empowered.
Yeah.
Powered by, but we are empowered, constantly empowered by source, by spirit. It's not something that we are restricting ourselves in our experiences, or that we have stifled ourselves, or now we've done a wrong move and our lives are over. That's not what life is about.
Yeah,
and I love that. I hope you guys got the gist in our conversation, because we're just like sisters.
We can talk forever.
Yeah, we just feel like, not interrupted by our children today. So we just dive. But if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to write them in our comments. I'm sure you will check as well as me. I can, make you aware as well if there's a question that I cannot answer.
Yeah.
But thank you. Thank you for your energy, sis. Thank you for your heart.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for
being open for us.
Yes.
For your courage, for your love for self and your love for your experience, because these are the seeds we are planting. And I hope all of you guys is rubbing off on you and you're feeling encouraged to speak to your neighbors and your friends and maybe have some insights in your own experience, your environment. There might be somebody just quiet about it.
Yeah.
And not knowing how to conversate, because it never is brought up in no conversation.
I mean, I did. Shit. There was a period I would go to the park, right? And it was just the first thing on my tongue. And I'll talk to anyone. I swear.
Oh, I love that.
And God is good. Let me tell you, God is good. Because God would always send people who would be able to hold it. Because, again, it may be necessary for them even in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
living in the heart is an interesting thing. It's scary, but the most beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for tuning in today at the Energy Table with Orange and Shanice. Yeah, if you like what you've seen, like, comment, and subscribe. And have a blissful and unapologetic day.
Yes. You see how we showed up today? Go ahead and get yourself together.
Bye.
Ciao.
Oh, whoa, we went over time as well.
Did we?